Namaste. One of the most important aspect of the event not triggering in people's life is because they do not change the house. They do not change the objects in the house. They do not paint the house itself. So that is the main problem why the events are not getting triggered in a people's life across. Now, I have seen many people living in the wrong areas in life. For example, there was a guy who was staying in north part of Madras. He was living near the fisherman community. I told him, please come to the south side of Madras, which is very prosperous area where you will be very successful. The principle is, now if you live in a prosperous area, you will have more opportunities and links to grow across. So the first important principle is to live in a prosperous area. Wherever you are, whichever country you are, try to move towards the prosperous area where you will be very successful across. 20% of the area hold 80% of the good energies of life. For example, if you take the boat club area in Chennai, Adayar and the Mylapore area in Chennai, it holds a large number of celebrities, large number of ministers, a large part of the people who are very powerful and successful. So people who are generally aligned to these areas will be powerful and successful. The second important technique in this particular area is whitewashing the house. Now many people earlier times used to whitewash the house every once in a year across. But these days, many people don't whitewash the house. If you want changes in your life, if you want growth in your life, try to whitewash the house at least once a year, or at least whitewash the room where you are living across. That will help you to clear the energy. Whitewashing actually clears the energy and triggers the changes in people's life across. For example, one person was very friendly with me. I went into the whitewash, after their whitewash across, I found there were a lot of things changed for the mother. There was a lot of things changed for the wife. There are a lot of things changed for the husband and the children. So these changes can be triggered across if you do the whitewash of the house. So that second technique is to whitewash the house, which will be very helpful to you across. The third one is to do bogey every year. Remove all the objects which has not been used. For example, I asked somebody to remove 20 objects in the house which will help them to get married. They had old cycle, unused clock, unused watch, and the kind of all old plastic bottles, all this variety of things like old unused fan, old gas stove. All these things actually pull down your energy across. So it is better for you to change the particular thing by trying to throw away all the old objects. You can do it periodically, or you can do it in a very systematic manner. Whichever manner you do, it is okay. The important thing is to throw away old objects which will trigger a lot of good things into your life across. The fourth most important thing is to align the house according to your positive direction. There will be one or two positive direction for people. It will be either east or north or west or south, depending on the horoscope of the person, and that can actually help you to be very successful. For example, there was a guy who was doing the work from home facing the west. Actually, the Saturn was very weak in his horoscope. I told him to change the direction towards the east and sit across. Actually, he got elevated in the job. So these are the four main principles. The first main principle is to align the house according to the high-end area. The second one is to whitewash the house. The third one is to throw away all old objects. And the fourth one is to trigger the positive or the negative direction which will be very helpful to you. So these are the important principle. The other one is you can use the ritual. You can use the re-graha pravesam of the house. You can simply re-trigger the entire events by fixing a particular time and asking the priest to come and do puja. The ritual is one of the fastest way to clear the energy in the house, especially graha pravesam, where you do the puja for Ashtadik Balaga, you do the puja for the kitchen, and you do the puja for the entrance of the house. It does not really matter whether you are living in a rented place or a non-rented place. It does not really matter. You are the main occupation of the particular place. So this can be a very important trigger in a people's life, where you re-inaugurate the house and it will have a massive impact across. In fact, we go to the extent of re-inaugurating the office every month, and if there is a problem, we try to re-inaugurate the place, which helps us to open the positive white light vortex into the particular place. So this actually helps you to clear the energy across. So these are the 5 main principles which you can employ in your life to overcome a lot of personal growth. You can make it across. Many people get stuck up in houses where the event does not trigger. For example, I know somebody who has lived in that house for 40 years, lived in the house for 20 years. Every house has a bandwidth of events. For example, 4 or 5 events only one particular house can hold on. So this will actually help you to overcome the bandwidth across. Now this will be very helpful to you across as a person. So this is the main problem for many people, where they stay in the houses where elderly people stay. Elderly people, all events happen. The younger people, no event happens for them as a person. So this is the main problem across. So you want to overcome, you want to grow, you want to be in a very different set of principle. It's very important to vacate the house if there are no events which are triggering across. So that is the main problem across. You do that, you would be able to clear the energy completely. House is the pivotal point where many people make a mistake in their work life, in their business life. When the place of your asan, kshetram is not aligned, lot of negative things will happen across. So that is the main problem. A house which does not bring peace of mind, house which has disturbed sleep, house where people are fighting with each other, house where there are a lot of expenditure which is happening, rather than the money across, rather than saving the money, those kind of houses you need to re-inaugurate, or you need to vacate the house across. Thank you so much. I hope you employ these principles to help you to overcome difficulties with regard to your life across. Thank you.